Hello, kindergarten. You should be able to figure out that title screen now. You should be able to see Tuesday and March 31. You should be able to see the word math and the word kindergarten. They're telling you this is the video you need to do your math today. So for your math today, you need your book, you need your pencil box, and you need your cubes. So go ahead, pause the video if you need to get your math book, your pencil box, and your cubes. All right, kindergarten, today we have lesson 1.8. And remember, you can be using those sticky notes to make sure that it's easy to find this in your book. We're doing count and order, put in order to 5. So counting to 5, no problem. Really putting things in order to 5 is no problem. But you've been putting the numbers 1 through 5 in order. We really want to put the amounts 1 through 5 in order. Now this is going to be pretty easy because we're going to be doing it with cubes. You can see down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those go in order. You're just going to be making towers of cubes. We've done stuff like this before, right? 1 cube, 2 cubes, 3 cubes, etc. And then you're going to trace them. So you'll get your pencil. Now tracing these can be a little bit tricky. You see how they're kind of sliding around a little bit. You just do the best you can. See, it doesn't need to be perfect. Go ahead and trace your towers of cubes. Now you might run out of cubes before you get 3, 4, and 5 done. If you run out of cubes, go ahead and get 1, 2, and 3 traced. And then that job is done. And if you need to use these cubes here to make 4 and 5, you can do that. All right, here's the next page. You can see the apple with the number 1 in it. Again, this is going to be easy today, guys. 1. What do you think you're going to put here? A 2, of course. A 3. A 4. And a 5. I'm sorry, I'm not sure why the camera is jumping around the focus so much, but I think you can still see what's going on. So here, you can trace all this. When you go to make your tower, your train of 2 cubes, you don't need to try to trace these little circles here or the little bump at the end. Just put it down, draw your pencil around it. Just like that. You don't have to put all the extra fancy stuff in it. Now, the one thing that we probably should do, this is how I teach the first graders to do it. Once you've traced it, go ahead and put your cubes there. And do you see this spot here where the cubes separate? Put a line right under there to show that here we have 1, 2 cubes. Same thing when we do 3 cubes. You don't have to be all fancy with the circles and the little bump out on the end, but get it traced and then slide it up just a little bit. And right here is where 2 cubes separate. So I'm going to put a line right there. And right here, 2 more cubes separate, and I'm going to put a line right there. So then when I look at my drawing, I can easily see 1, 2, 3. You're going to do the same thing down here with 4 and with 5. Then when you go on to the next page here, this is going to be easy peasy for you again. How many items? Write that number. How many items? Write that number. How many items? Write that number. Count the items, write the numbers. Then down at the bottom, do you see all these spaces here? Do you already have an idea what you should do with that? How many spaces are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're talking about 5 a lot today, so you could probably already guess. You're going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way you just get lots of practice writing these numbers. You already know these numbers, but with lots of practice writing them, it's easier to do more work later on. Now on the very last page, you're going to find up here, go ahead and get your pencil, pause the video if you need to, get your pencil and your book right now because this has some directions I need to give you. You're going to be trying to guess a mystery tower. Are you guessing this one, this one, this one, or this one? Let me give you the clue. Here's the clue. One of these towers of blocks is more than 3. Now, if you're looking at this right now, you know that there are 2 towers that are more than 3. You should circle the tower that has 1 more block than 3. There's 1 tower that has 3 blocks plus 1 more. Find that tower and circle it. Down here, you're going to show what you know about sets from 1 to 5. So that doesn't mean you're just going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because that really doesn't show what you know about sets of those numbers. You're going to draw items. So you might draw counters, little circles. You might draw cubes. I'm going to draw some smiley faces. So I might draw here 1 smiley face. Now, if I'm going to go in order, my next set is going to be 2 smiley faces. And what we're doing right now is doing sets in order. Now, pretend instead of smiley faces, I was drawing stars. There's 1 star. Here's 2 stars. What am I going to make next? Well, a set, of course. So I'm going to do 3 stars. 1, 2, 3. You can choose. Maybe you want to draw kitty cats. I don't know. You can draw whatever you want, but you're going to be doing sets of 1, 2, 3, then 4, and then 5. So kindergarten, there is your math for today. Be sure to let me know if you have any problems. And be sure your picture today that you need to send me is, of course, this last page. Take a picture of this page and send me a picture of the last page of your work. I will see you tomorrow for some more math. Bye-bye.